Hello YouTube family, Merry Christmas and a huge Happy New Year to all of you. With the 2026 World Cup on the way, the energy in the football world is already building and we are thrilled to be sharing it with this amazing community. To celebrate, we have lined up some holiday surprises in the Goal 90 shop. A bunch of your favourite jerseys are already up to 50% off. Shipping is on us, and because you are part of our YouTube fam, you can grab an extra 10% off with the code YouTubeFam. Thanks for all the love and support. 2026 is going to be massive. Let's enjoy every moment together.
We have just seen the draws of the World Cups, and now it feels closer than ever for both us, the fans, and the players. In just about 6 months, we'll be watching the best players in the world represent their national teams on the biggest stage, and we just cannot wait. The newly expanded tournament is expected to be a real blockbuster, and it's every player's dream to be there. But while some are guaranteed a spot already, there are some outsiders with little hope who are fighting to earn a spot. It's those guys that we're here to talk about today. These are 7 forgotten stars who are making a big push for the World Cup. We'll start with Jack Grealish. At the beginning of this season, Grealish had a 0% chance of making England's World Cup squad, having suffered so much at City in recent years. He wasn't in the Euro squad last year and he wasn't expected to be in the World Cup squad either. But he made a move to Everton in the summer and has started to prove that he's actually not finished just yet. The 30-year-old is showing that he still has a lot to offer with 2 goals and 4 assists for Everton so far this season, which has reignited his hopes of returning to the England squad. But it is still an uphill climb for him, especially because England has options like Marcus Rashford, Eberechi Eze and Anthony Gordon on the left. But Tuchel could find Grealish's ability to slow down games, win fouls and create chances very valuable and include him in the squad. Who knows? But for now, Grealish continues to fight. Another Englishman who continues to fight is Luke Shaw. This guy is known to be injury prone, but this season he's been very available for Manchester United. He still has not missed a single game for the Red Devils this season, but Tuchel is yet to reward him with a call-up. Since he took over, Thomas Tuchel has used Nico O'Reilly, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Tino Livramento, Jed Spence, and even Morgan Rogers at left back. And there's still Lewis Hall to be considered, mind you. With all these young options, we don't think the gaffer is actively considering a 30-year-old Shaw, but the Man United man will surely be doing his best to convince the manager. If he continues to put up solid performances, maybe Tuchel will find Shaw's consistency and experience valuable to the squad. There is another English player on this list. Can you guess who he is? Take a shot in the comments and we'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet already subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so that you never miss out on our amazing content. Let's now talk about Paul Pogba. He is an immense talent, one of the best of his generation in fact, but right now he's not in the best of form. He's just returned to playing competitive football for the first time in over 2 years. So the question is, can he do enough in 6 months to earn a place in Didier Deschamps' World Cup squad? France have a lot of options all over the pitch, many of whom still haven't had enough playing time with the national team. So for Pogba to make it, he has to show that he's well and truly back. Will he be able to do enough to earn a return to the national team for the first time in 4 years? What do you think? And it's sort of a similar case with Isco. He's been in and out of the hospital in the last couple of years. In 2024, it felt like he'd done enough to earn a spot in the Euros squad, but then he broke his fibula in May, causing him to miss out. That injury ruled him out for almost 7 months. He returned in December 2024 and did enough to earn a call-up ahead of the Nations League finals. That was his first time back in the Spain squad after a 6-year absence, and it must have raised his hopes of making it to the World Cup. But then he broke his fibula again in August 2025. He returned in November and has gone on to make a couple of appearances for Real Betis. But will he be able to do enough between now and then to earn a call-up from Luis de la Fuente? That's the big question now. I mean, with the Nations League call-up, the coach has shown that he fancies the player, so it's up to Isco now to show some consistency to fully convince the gaffer. There is another Spaniard on this list, but before we talk about him, let's look at the other Englishman that we referred to earlier. It's Mason Mount. Right now, it doesn't seem like there's much hope for Mount to make the World Cup squad, but we're sure that he's still fighting towards that. The England manager is someone who knows and loves Mount, so we're pretty sure that if the former Chelsea man can manage to show a consistent run of form, he would be considered. Mount's Man United tenure has been marred by injuries, but he seems to be back now. He's managed 3 goal contributions in 6 starts this season, and he continues to look better and better game by game. Mount is a perfect fit for Tuchel's style, as we saw in Chelsea, and his versatility can also be very valuable. So we're sure that the midfielder believes he can still make it to North America in the summer. But for that to happen, he would have to go crazy between now and the end of the season. Another forgotten star on this list is Ansu Fati. Yes, he's still very young, but he's already forgotten by the national team, no thanks to injuries. He left Barcelona and moved to AS Monaco on loan in the summer to try and reignite his career. And in his first couple of months in France, he looked like he could actually break back into the Spain squad. But things have slowed down since. The season isn't over yet though. If the 23-year-old can manage to go on an insane run, who says he can't be considered by De La Fuente? After all, Spain don't have too many amazing options in the centre-forward position. So if Fati can show some consistency at Monaco, he could maybe be on his way to his second World Cup. 6 goals in 6 starts for AS Monaco sounds great, but not so great when you hear that he hasn't scored or assisted in 10 games. If he wants to be in North America with Spain next summer, he needs to start putting up a much better fight. You know who else must fight? Neymar. And more so because this could be his last chance to win the World Cup. Carlo Ancelotti has said that the former Barcelona man will be considered, but he'll only be selected if he's 100% fit. He insists that the physical condition of players is more important to him than reputation or past performances. Therefore, if Neymar wants to have one last dance with Brazil, then he has to get himself to 100% fitness. Looking at what he's done for Brazil in the past, Neymar definitely deserves to go to the World Cup. On top of that, he's the one player who can make something happen out of absolutely nothing. And in a big stakes tournament like the World Cup, it's very valuable to have a player like this in your squad. And Neymar hasn't even been bad this season. He's been directly involved in 12 goals in 25 appearances in League and Cup for Santos. That's surely better than what the likes of Rodrigo, Richarlison, João Pedro and Endrick have managed. But the coach has given his condition, so if Neymar wants to be at the World Cup, he knows what to do. Looking at his history, making it to 100% fitness feels like a big ask. But we know Neymar will continue to fight to get himself to that point because he surely wants to fly the flag of Brazil once again. A quick honorary mention is Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. We can't exactly say that he's a forgotten star as he's never played a game for the England national team, but the Everton man is really making a massive push for the World Cup. He has been excellent in the midfield for David Moyes' men so far. He has a high work rate and is always available, and on top of that, he's been amongst the goals with 5 goal contributions in 14 appearances so far. Will he be able to do enough to convince Tuchel to give him his first cap at the age of 27, just in time for the 2026 World Cup? What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Are there more forgotten stars or outsiders who are making a big push for the big tournament next summer? Drop their names in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.